Hello folks, and welcome to another video. I hope this one finds you in good health. We've got a look at a new update to the sim, being the Avionics, or Aircraft and Avionics update numero 2, what the cool kids refer to as AAU2. AAU2, it's just been released, as I take a cinematic pan across the scene here. Just been released in beta form, so now available for those brave souls like the old fella here who doesn't mind dipping his toes in the water and checking out the new goodness. And during the course of today's flight, we will have a look at the changelog, talk a little bit about what's been introduced. It's a considerable changelog. And we're going to take this aircraft for a fly. This is one of the aircraft that has received the treatment. Pretty significant update. This is the stock Boeing 787-10 Dreamliner, resplendent in the Vietnam Airlines livery. I really like this livery. Looks the business for mine. Now, preface this, a disclaimer up front. I've never flown this aeroplane. Okay? Not a tutorial, not a review. I guess it classifies as a first impressions of sorts, but I don't know how to fly the Dreamliner. I've been waiting for this update to kind of give me the catalyst to go and explore it a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do. But really the purpose of today's flight is just to say, hey, the update's available. If you want to opt into the beta, here's what you get. And yeah, let me show you the flight plan. The livery may give you some idea about where we are. And if you had guessed we're in Vietnam, then well done you. Congratulations. Beautiful country, Vietnam. I do fly over here occasionally, virtually, of course. Never visited Vietnam IRL, but beautiful country. I've known many Vietnamese people over the years. So we are going to begin our journey in a place called Da Nang, which is up here on the coast, Da Nang International. Fly, I'm guessing that's an airway of some sort, in a southerly direction down towards the waypoint of Patma, and then a slight right dogleg heading towards our destination, which is Ho Chi Minh City. The airport there is called Tan Son Nhat. Tan Son Nhat. I'm sure I've pronounced that incorrectly, but that's my poor old Australian accent coming through. So journey of 351 nautical miles. So, geez, that's short for a Dreamliner. That's practically a walk down the shops. For the Dreamliner, she's a genuine long hauler, isn't she? And flight time around about an hour. Now, yeah, with all of the mistakes that I will make, and all of just the general fluffing around that I'll do, probably going to be more like an hour and a half. Video time, of course, much less than that, to ease your suffering, kind viewers. But anyway, en route we'll have a look at the changelog for AAU2. I'll give some thoughts around the Dreamliner in general for what they're worth, and end up down in Ho Chi Minh. Sound like a plan? Let's do it. Well, what an adventure that's been. Taken me the best part of an hour to get us to this point, folks, where we're ready to taxi. All sorts of fun and games there. Something seriously awry, I think. Well, two things. Seriously awry with me, number one. That's a given. I don't know what I'm doing, and that shows. And two, there's something going on here with my controller settings, switches and stuff, which all sorts of weird and wonderful caution messages have been appearing, and yeah. But anyway, I think we're ready to taxi. I think. And go for a fly. I've got to say, first impressions of the VC here are very positive. This is a beautiful place to be. I don't know whether the update's done anything to texturing, but it looks fantastic. I do vaguely recall there was a texture mod for this aircraft way back when, but I never flew it, so I never grabbed it. but it looks great. I know that the boys and girls at Working Title have done some work with these displays. Like, by some, I mean a shitload of work. And the displays look fantastic. Independent FMCs, or what are they called? CDUs in the Boeing lingo. Looks fantastic. Touchscreen and all that sort of jazz. You can configure your displays to show different information. This is how I've got mine. Nice big ND, PFD here, of course, and I've got the first officers showing some engine and system related information, and also a sort of a half view of the map. But you can change, you can change the ND to show, plan view so easily, beautiful like that. I love how the airport layout's shown on the screen. We'll zoom out a little bit. I have changed the flight plan a little bit because I plugged in a SID. So there was a waypoint out here somewhere. I think Patmo in the segment that would have preceded this one, 13 hours ago. Yeah, I've changed that, and we're just going through a SID and LUT and then LATOM and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, looks the business, right? Map and plan view, you can change it. Yeah, it looks good. I'll explore that a little bit more, I think, during the course of the flight. So we've got a departure straight out, runway 17 left here at Da Nang. So we will hit the parking brake off. Auto brakes are set RTO. Seatbelts are on. Doors are auto. Fuel crossfeed is on. I'm guessing all of those things reflect how things should be. We'll get some motion happening here. Now I am flying with the FS, FTLS, FTL, SFL, whatever it's called, the traffic thing that comes with the fly-by-wire installer. I've been trialling that in recent times. A couple of reasons. One, have a look and see what it actually does. And two, I've had some issues, I think, with real-world traffic in the sim causing some performance problems for me. So I thought I'd turn that off and try this other thing, because I do like to have company in the air. It's a very lonely place, the world of flight sim, if you don't sort of have some traffic. I don't run the multiplayer thing. Yeah, you're not gonna find me on any of those community flights, folks. For me, even for the old fella here, that shit gets too crazy for me. We'll just taxi around here. Forgive me, folks. Only a short taxi. The pain won't last long. Jump back inside. Change view over here. Nice seat position here in the Dreamliner. Like nice viz. Nice forward viz. Yeah, so we'll see if any traffic sort of appears. Probably need to hit the traffic thing on the ND to witness traffic, right? 17 left is just up here. So I think I've got everything plugged in appropriately. Flight plan and all the right buttons pressed. I think. We'll find out. Good learning opportunity. I'll say that. Frustration, yeah. But the frustration is often experienced when you're learning new stuff. Quite a different beast, the 787 for me. And what I'm used to flying. I don't do many airliner videos either. It's just guys do it far better than I do. I generally don't enjoy them that much. But this is a bit of an exception. We're checking out the update. That's a serious level of zoom. We'll get the heading selected, and we'll line that up with runway heading, which is kind of in this direction. 174-ish, mate, by the looks of it. Local baro is set now, 2983. We've got auto throttle, flight directors, all that sort of stuff will come on. Shall we do it? We've got derated takeoff. I'll bring the throttles in. Here we go. Auto brakes were supposed to be set to RTO. Righto, here we go. Call that power set. Oh, it sounds pretty good. .60 knots. Light breeze here. We've got a high V1, like 150 or something. Holy shit. We're heavy. Right, we'll rotate around about there. Here we go. Nice gentle rotation into the flight direct as we go. There we go. Positive rate gear can come up. I'll follow that flight director. She wants to pitch up. Back towards the 10 degrees mark. And we'll take flaps up. Flaps 1 at least. Let's keep following that flight director for now. What's us pitching down? 200 knots. 235 is bugged in. So we might try the autopilot. Autopilot on. Georgie, do your business, mate. Pitching down. I don't really want you to pitch down. Get flaps coming up all the way up. Here we go, take an external because we can. Beautiful looking aeroplane as Georgie banks us around towards our next waypoint. Foggy old start to the day here in Da Nang. Shout out to you if you hail from this part of the world. Don't think I have too many Vietnamese viewers on the channel, but you never know. Beautiful, eh? Is everything going alright inside? I think so. Seatbelts should be on, right? Fuel crossfeed. Guessing that's right. We'll just zoom that view out a little bit. Right, so we're on our way. And Lut will be up here, so we'll scroll down here for you. Probably should have armed speed brakes and all that sort of stuff, but forgot to do that. Yeah, these displays are, well, they are Boeing. They are, right? But yeah, there's the vintage. There's not the vintage. The flavour, the Boeing flavour is the word I'm looking for to these things. Although they're pretty fancy, actually for an old bloke. But we continue the climb. 240 knots now. We're in LNAV and VNAV speed mode. Georgie seems to be doing a good job here. And Lut, 24 nautical miles away, seems to be tracking the magenta relatively well. You should see I'm guessing a speed change once we pass up through 10. That heading bug, you have to manually align it, right? Yeah. Forgive my, fundamental errors, folks. I've got TCAS off. That's a fundamental error. Pitching down for 327 knots. So I was right that we would see a speed change. That's quite a dramatic change though, isn't it? 327, away we go. Still climbing at 1300. That's alright. Up towards flight level 360 today. We'll get some landing lights and stuff off, assuming they were on. Go upstairs actually, that's not a bad segue. I like this. The overhead in the 787 is a nice place to be. I think everything's right there. It looks like it. Stuff's on, or stuff's on auto. There's no amber lights. There's nothing saying fault. There should be. Up here on the left there's a bit of space. When I fly the aeroplane, pilot fault. It'd be on permanently. Anyway, continue the climb, folks. When we get up into the cruise, I'll share the changelog with you. Right, so that's been a very nice cruise up here to flight level 360. Everything's going swimmingly. Not seeing much traffic, actually any traffic at all. Not sure what's happening there. I mean, real time at the moment in this part of the world is very early morn. Still would expect to see some stuff. Anyway, folks, we are on our way, well and truly now, probably about halfway there. I've plugged in a star, and we're going to fly an ILS into our destination. Let me jump downstairs. So ILS 07 right. So here are our legs. Got some stuff plugged in. So yeah, from Balmy and then around we go. I can probably show that, can't I, if I do plan mode. Yeah, although it gets a little bit bunched down there. Obviously there's some stuff I can do with zooming and pressing next and all that sort of fun, but anyway, you get the hint, folks. We're going to fly kind of a really extended right circuit down onto what did I say? 07 right is the plan. Yeah, everything's going pretty well. I've cleared all the messages. As far as I can tell, things are going okay. We're burning 2.5 ton each side per hour. Sounds about right to me. No point of reference, but just plug that number out of my ass, or that opinion out of my ass anyway. But that's what this channel's all about. What I might do at this point is show you the changelog. And here is said changelog. Now, I've blown the text up. How can I get rid of this menu? What's that? What about if I click this? Hey, there we go. So, the official release notes that appeared a matter of hours ago. We are now at version 1.33.3.0. This is, again, a beta, an opt-in beta. You don't have to update right now, okay? But this is what's coming to a sim near you eventually. So, a whole lot of stuff has been updated. So they've done a lot of work around the Garmin G3000, G5000. Read those at your leisure, folks. I'm just pointing out high level what they've done. The Garmin's, the GNS 430 and 530 have received a little bit of treatment, fixing some page navigation issues. The Proline 21 over there in the CJ4, they've addressed some issues. Now the big stuff for me is around the aircraft. So the 787-10, which is what you're viewing in this video. I don't know what's happening with my mouse. There we go. 787-10 and the 747-8i has received, both of them have received significant updates. So a comprehensive visual overhaul of the avionics for accurate font symbology, look, operation and feel. Again, without a point of reference, I'm going to take their word for it. It's working title. They know what they're doing. It looks great to me. I can read everything clearly. That's a big plus for an old set of eyes. Visually accurate PFD supporting runway, rising runway indication, etc. I'm sure that matters to others more than it does to me. Independent screens, yeah, like that. It took me a while to work out how to get the screens the way I want them, but it's there. Advanced flight plan management. I'm not demonstrating that in this video. Advanced flight plan support, including arcs, radius to fix, intercepts, holds, procedures, turns, and missed approaches. Ooh. That's good stuff, eh? Again, not demonstrating any of that. But it sounds like what real pilots would be interested in. Alternate diversions, etc. I'm not going to click it there. I'm not going to go through everyone. Integrated checklist on the MFD. Actually, can I think I can. How do I get checklists? If I click that button, there we go. You've got integrated checklists there on the lower MFD. That's pretty cool for those of you that like to play by the rules. Again, not demonstrated on this channel, ever. What do I need here? CDUs, this one. Okay. How do I bring back that page? Of course, I heard your screams. Alt-Tab, dickhead. There we go. Full synoptics pages, etc. Look, there's a whole lot of stuff. I like fully featured autopilot, including auto land, flare, and rollout. I've never done an auto land. Might have to try that in this aircraft one day. Look at all that goodness, hey? There are some known limitations, always worth bearing those in mind. They haven't fixed everything. These are, complex aeroplanes. There's some stuff, and they're open and honest about what they haven't been able to address as yet. So that's the 747 and 787. They share some stuff in terms of the back end here in the sim, at least. The Longitude, I love flying that aeroplane. They've fixed some gear, reverser animations, The next one I'm just going to skip. A and B hydraulic systems. Yep, whatever. Yeah. Anyway, fixing issues. And the good old TBM 930, one of my all-time favourites. The minimums alerter now works correctly when using radio minimums. That's great. I don't use that. But that is an impressive set of changes in a changelog, right? There you go. Avionics, Aircraft and Avionics, update number 2, beta release notes. As at whatever date this is. 11th of May, it would appear. Well, so on descent, folks, and Georgie has done a stellar job. I plugged in a lower altitude, being 3,000, and at the top of descent, he did his business and started bringing us down. And from what I can tell, so far so good. It's tracking the VNAV profile. It's going through different thrust modes. We're currently in speed. Now we're enunciating idle. I can probably use speed brake if I was keen to. We're seeing the star and the ILS represented here on the ND. We're seeing the ILS identification and also the heading over there. I'm guessing we're going to see DME eventually. We've got the green banana appearing. That's quite an aggressive descent to get us down to 3 by then. I don't think we need to be, but okay. We're coming down at about 4,500 feet a minute. All of the constraints are available over here. So yeah, all of those TSOs, and then we hit Vexed, and then the final approach fix, and then yeah, down we are, almost at sea level, runway 07 right. We've got our approach references plugged in. It's going to be a very high VREF. Well, it seems high to me. I'm sure it's accurate. It just seems high, 151 knots. That's, you're trucking down final, doing 151 over the numbers. Yeah, plenty of runway. We've got almost a 4,000 metre strip we're going to land on, 07 right. And yeah, look, I've enjoyed this. I haven't exactly flattered myself in terms of competence, but I've enjoyed the experience. This is what the updates sort of do for me. This is what the longitude update did, the first AAU update. Knowing that was coming, I actually went ahead and upgraded to the Premium Deluxe so that I could take advantage of the work they were doing to the longitude and to a lesser extent the CJ4. So this one, of course, we'll have the 787 and the 747 already. If you've got the Premium Deluxe, of course, you've got the 747 in the descent. That is one hell of a descent angle, isn't it? He wants to come down, Georgie. But yeah, this has got me flying the aeroplane knowing that it's been updated and it's receiving the treatment and it's getting the working title treatment, which really matters. Anyway, that thing wants to head for terra firma. Look at that. Holy crap, we're down at over 4,000 feet a minute descent. It doesn't need to be that. Aggressive, Georgie. You know, it's trying to slow down now as well. Good luck doing that. We might have to use a little bit of this. Bring that in. Can I bring that in? Which one's my speed brake? Is it this one? Nah, which one is it? This one. There we go. Full speed brake. Oh, we don't need it. Now we're powering up, Georgie. No. We definitely don't want that. We'll take, get this off, go local Barrow. This is still 29.83 by the looks of it. Nice morning in this part of Vietnam. I'll let Georgie continue to fly us pretty much all the way down, or most of the way down anyway. I'll take over towards the end just to give myself something to do, a sense of satisfaction, and we'll see you for the final approach segment, folks. Alright, concluding stages, folks. I've got Georgie in approach hold mode. The autopilot works really well from what I can from what I can tell, it's performing as expected. Thank you, sir. He's bringing us down the localizer and down the glide, bang on the diamonds. Ho Chi Minh appearing before us, and we will take gear at this point, Georgie. That we've intercepted the glide slope. There's animations there. Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Gear locks in. We should probably do some stuff about flaps as well. Can we take, what are we, flaps 10? Can we take 15? We can. The speed's being controlled by Georgie. He wants us at 178 at this point in the approach. Who am I to argue? It's going to be a flaps 30 landing. Take another stage of flap. We need to be under 180 for flaps 30, so we're fine. We'll take over here at about 1,000 feet. Give Georgie a rest for the last little bit. There's the terrain coming in. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Lots of green. It's a little bit difficult to see. Holy shit. Alright, turn that off, thanks. That was very nice, right on cue. We might take autopilot off here. And also might take auto throttle off as well. Can we do that? Auto throttle. Disarm that. There we go. Have I got control? I think I do. I've got to keep that speed under control. Next stage of flap. 1,000. Yeah, don't want to get too high. Georgie's done so well to put us in the box seat here. We're already screwing up his good work. Oh, major stutters. Major stutters as stuff loads in here. And we might even go full flap here. 700 feet to run. We're on the glide. Slightly high it would appear. Retrim. Going to get ourselves down to 151 by the threshold. Haven't seen much traffic come through that FSTL, FSL thing. But we'll keep trying that. Give me a call out, Georgie. Yeah, a little low on it. Weird sight picture for me, not used to flying this aeroplane. Great visibility though. 07 right, Ho Chi Minh. Oh, firm. Too firm. We bounced it, I think. Oh, she's pitchy. Get that nose wheel on. Get some reverse happening. I didn't arm the speed brake. Wasn't able to arm the speed brakes. Yeah, that was a very ordinary landing. Don't be too harsh with your criticism there, folks. We'll come out of reverse at that point. We'll get off here on the right hand side. Anyway, thank you for your company, folks. That's been a very brief look at the beta of AAU2 here in the Microsoft Sim, featuring the updates to the 787-10. Until we meet again, folks, stay safe, enjoy your simming, and bye for now.